Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Totally the Technicians channel, and today we're going to be going back into the Amazon tool deals and checking out a few items that are either going to be on sale, tools that even at their full price I believe to be good deals, and tools I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. So I actually ended last week's video on a Billy Tools product, and here's another one. I mentioned them a couple times before. We've had good feedback from viewers, stating that they've had good experiences with them, and they have some pretty nice sets. They have some that, it's kind of one of those companies that, you pick and choose. You can kind of tell which ones are the good deals and which ones obviously are not. Like here, $26, it's not horrible, but you're just getting your generic design ratchet and then 4 extensions for $25. Not terrible, but probably not something I would really add to a video, besides right there where I added it to this video. But here we're looking at a 9-piece wobble extension set. It's got all 3 drive sizes: 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive. They are chrome vanadium. They're basically the wobble plus design. As you can see, the base of the wobble portion, you do have that square cut design. Now when it comes to wobble extensions, some will not have that base right there for the socket to fully engage so it doesn't wobble, and some do. Well, some work better than others. On a lot of designs, they'll kind of pop off and just kind of go into the wobble feature when you don't want them to, and it's pretty common. But I mean, I would rather have a set that at least has the option of not being a wobble extension. So I figured this one is priced pretty dang well. You get 9 pieces, once again, 3 in each drive size, and it's $25. And then you have a coupon to save an additional 5%. This has 4.5 stars at 130 ratings. And here are just kind of the sizes that you have here. Don't ask me in millimeter. I don't know what that is in inches, and I'm not doing all that converting. You get 1 to 2 inch extensions, you get some 6 inch, and then maybe an 8 or 10 inch extension. Your standard stuff. But it seems like a nice little set. An EVA foam tray, wobble plus extensions for $25. Not a bad deal. And here we have an image of all the sizes: 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. Or 6. Yep, you get a wide variety of different lengths there. All right. And then once again, it is included in the EVA foam tray. Once again, that's not for everybody. It is nice if you have the room to have EVA foam trays, because it keeps everything very nicely organized and you can identify when something's missing. Once again, not everybody has the space for them, and they do tend to take up a little bit more space. So pros and cons. Here's actually a set that I've been interested. If you guys follow the channel, you guys know I've been interested in the Joker wrenches for a long time, and I've wanted to buy them. I put them off in the beginning because I didn't want to spend that much money on a set of wrenches. And then I ended up getting a buttload of wrenches, and now it's not pricing that stops me. It's the amount of wrenches I have. I don't really have a reason to justify buying this. A year ago, probably the last time I looked at these, they didn't really have, or I didn't know they had smaller sets like this. I knew it was all like 11-piece sets and stuff like that, larger sets that run $200 or more. That's why I wasn't purchasing it. Well, this is a 4-piece set at $95, down from $108. So a little bit of savings there. You got 5 stars at over 1,000 ratings, so it's rated highly and rated a lot. I just really like the design. I find it interesting. I find it unique, and they're supposed to be very high quality. You get a 19, 17, 13, and 10. So it's funny because those 4 sizes are very common on this here gem sitting behind me. So I could have probably gotten a lot of use out of them and really figured out if I liked them or not. This is probably something that I could actually toss in the vehicle if I ever needed to, use it for emergency maintenance. Obviously, it's a little spendy for emergency maintenance wrench set for the vehicle, but it's just a set that I find really interesting, and I know a lot of people have really enjoyed them. So you have that kind of backing plate on the open end to hold the fastener if you're installing a nut and you got to drop it on the, it's a lot easier than putting some tape on the back end of the wrench or something like that. So I thought that was kind of a cool design. It is a 12-point, actually, I believe. Or, it's not a full circle, obviously, so you don't have all 12 points, but you can put the fastener in there more than you can if it were a standard wrench design. And then you do have a ratcheting box end, and you do have that nice little arrow to let you know which way it is ratcheting. I don't know. I've just always thought of it as a cool design, and found it very interesting. Country of origin is Germany. And if you guys have this set, please let me know your guys' thoughts. The reason I brought this up is because right now I wouldn't want to spend $200 on a full set when I have so many wrenches, but this is half price. I believe I think when you do the math and you look at the larger set, you're basically paying like something like $18 a wrench, where if you buy this set, it's half the price, but with the amount difference, you're paying like $21. So technically the bigger set is the better deal, but this would be more of my price range of what I would want to spend with the amount of wrenches I have. So that's my excuse if I ever make this purchase. So let me know your guys' thoughts on these, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this item. Here is a set of ball Allen keys. So I actually have one from Weiss, I think it is, Japan made, and they are fantastic. They're double ball end, and they're extremely long. And unfortunately, I can't find this exact set on Amazon. You can find some other sets from them, but here you can see it's double ball end. You got some really good length here, and they're very clean, very precise, and they're a fantastic set. I don't have a bunch of Allen key sets. I have a Matco set, and I have this set. And that, I use a lot of bit sockets, but when it comes to using Allen keys, if I'm using this design, this is the set I'm going with. Unfortunately, they don't have this set on Amazon. They do have some other sets from the brand, but they are very expensive. So unless you use Allen keys a lot, the price is probably going to shock you. Actually, this price is actually pushing it when I come to look at Allen keys. I'm expecting to pay $5-10 for some little Allen keys, but when you want some good quality, strong, precise Allen keys, the Japan brands are definitely a good route to go. They are priced a little bit higher, but this is actually priced really well compared to some of the other sets. You'll find them, anywhere from $40 to $70, $80 for an Allen key set. So they do get very expensive compared to this. But once again, this set is made in Japan. Once again, you might recognize the brand Vessel. You do have a wobble end at the bottom, and then just your standard end at the top. You have a short bend there, so you can get into tight spaces. I actually find this design very handy. You're trying to not apply a lot of torque. You use the long end, and you don't have a whole lot of leverage up there at the top because of the short bend. And then you can get into some awkward spaces with the short bend instead of the longer ones, but there are both options available. So if this stubby bend is not your preference, there are others. So this is the metric set: 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. I think it skips 9. Yeah, 5, 6, 8, and 10. Here's just an image if you guys want to pause and take a look. Here's some of the information on the angle. Low profile design, made in Japan, and magnetic. I actually did not know that part. Just some more information. But overall, my experience, with Japan-made tools in general, are fantastic. And when it comes to Allen keys, like I said, this is my go-to set. And this is one that is similar in design, also made in Japan. So I figured it was a good one to throw in here. $35. You do have a coupon there to save an extra 5% on the item. It has 4.5 stars at a very low 4 ratings. Once again, also keep in mind there are other Japan-made brands available. If you guys are interested, this is just one that I wanted to throw up because the pricing wasn't absolutely ridiculous, but it also isn't $10, so it kind of, it's a good range. Next up is one actually made in the USA. Maybe I live in a box. I've never heard of Eklund. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a small US company. I haven't really looked into them, but I did find these. If you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, this is more of your just standard design Allen key. This is $17.28, down from $28.94 off the list price. 5 stars at 792 ratings. So you get both metric and SAE, 22 pieces, a good variety. Obviously, half the price of what we were looking at, the Japan-made brand, but you're not going to get a ball end. They're not long, the long design. Just kind of your standard length, standard design Allen key, made in the USA. I don't personally have experience with it. Once again, maybe I live in a box, but I haven't heard of this brand before, but it interested me, so I'll end up checking out their store, seeing what else they possibly have to offer. And if they have anything in the future, I'll make sure to include it in the future Amazon tool videos. And yeah, so this is just another option if you're interested in any Allen keys. Last up is a Tekton item. This is going to be their nut driver set. I keep one nut driver set on hand. I don't use nut drivers all that often. Most of the time I have my magnetic ones that I throw in my impact driver. Sometimes I can't access it with my impact driver, but then again, then I'm going to a ratchet and extension and stuff like that. So nut drivers aren't like a tool that I use on a regular basis, but if they are, or you believe that you would use them, fairly often, this is a great price set, especially for a USA made set. This is from Tekton. It's their high torque handle design. It's a 6-piece set, 3/16 through 1/2 inch. Part number Delta Hotel Delta 91101. 5 stars at 5 ratings. Down from $33 to $28.37 off the list price. Here you can see the handle has the size marking and USA on the top of each one. It's got a nice rubberized grip, and I actually really like this tri-lobe design from Tekton. It's very comfortable. You find it on all of their, screwdrivers and things like that. They have 2 options available. I don't think they have the hard handle design for the nut drivers, but I could be wrong. Either way, I'm a fan of both handle designs. This handle design is not for everybody. I know not everybody likes the tri-lobe design, but I am a fan of it. You can also get this in metric as well. So here's the metric set, 5 through 10 millimeter for $34, and you can see here it's got quite a few more ratings. But overall, if you are somebody that uses nut drivers or believe you will be using nut drivers fairly often, or maybe you aren't using them all that often but you would like to have a set around, here's a good quality set that isn't extremely expensive. So I figured I'd throw this one in here, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this week's Amazon tool deal videos. If you guys have any brand suggestions or tool type suggestions that you would like me to keep an eye out for future Amazon tool videos, please feel free to drop a comment down below, and all of these items will be linked down in the description underneath the tools and tools continued link. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, and as always, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. See you guys next time.